what are you doing? No, JC, no, what are you doing?
This is so neat.
It's like you're peeking at the gift before Christmas Day.
Christmas morning, I'm peeling back the presents that Santa left. Man, look at the custom tag he's got too. 68 GTO. Pull up just a little more here too. Oh my gosh, the paint on this. Welcome to Cars, Shops, and Collections, and we have an absolute treat today. We got a 1968 Pontiac GTO, Keith Saunders, swing shift auto as he rolls up in his beautiful Chevy Blazer. What's up, buddy? Dude, it's good to see you, man. It's good to see you. Now, we featured your GTO, your 68 GTO. Yep. Literally put a 30-second clip of your GTO up online, and you guys love Keith's car. Over 2 million views, over 2 million views on this 30-second clip. So we said, we gotta come back and see Keith and break this thing down. Yeah, man. You're a viral sensation. He's a viral, bleep it. Bleep it out. Plus, we got a 1960 C1 Corvette, custom-built Corvette, that's going to Mecum Auctions. And when this thing crosses the auction block, it's gonna be the talk of the car community, and we've got it here on Car Shops and Collections. Let's get you mic'd up. All right. Yeah. So right here, under this car cover, we have our 1960, oh, okay, we'll drop in a little Lamborghini. This adds to the backdrop of the 68 Pontiac GTO.
Yeah, you know, it's a nice little backdrop feature. The car that should probably take the front drop, but it's the backdrop.
The first time I met Keith, we came and did a full tour of a shop, and we did a ride along in your Lamborghini, which was a blast, man.
Yeah, it's a fun car. In fact, I think I'm gonna take it to, oh, I gotta go get the keys to it. I gotta get the keys to everything.
I think I just got this one.
What? Oh, you did?
My 1/18 scale version.
Let me just get the keys to everything.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Get the Lamborghini out of the way. What were you saying before, off camera, you're talking about your Land Rovers in the shops here. You now have to drive, you're forced to drive your K5 Blazer and Lamborghini as your dailies?
Yeah, I've been reduced to driving a Lambo on a daily and my K5 Blazer because I blew up my daily.
Yeah, which is the Land Rover.
Land Rover.
Keith is awesome, man. Good for you, buddy. I'm so happy for your success. Here we go. Here we go. People love the uncovering, as do I. Woo! 1968 Pontiac GTO, one of America's favorite muscle cars of all time. In fact, it was the Motor Trend Car of the Year back in 1968.
Really?
Yes, it was.
I was not aware of that.
Can we?
So you always tell me all these cool details that I didn't know.
I like to drop nuggets. Can we back it out?
Yep.
Let's back it out into the sun, because when you guys first saw it, it was here in the shop. In the garage. So why don't we back it out? Here comes when's the last time we started it?
I took it out recently to a car show down on Fremont Street.
Okay. That was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, just probably a couple of weeks.
Okay. If anyone wants to volunteer, you're here in Las Vegas to be Keith's car driver. His car's going. Leave a comment.
And a resume.
First start, right? First start. Perfect. The sound of it. GTO, the Pontiac Arrowhead right there, exclusive to 1968. They got rid of that in 1969. Just the GTO lettering there. As you all know, GTO stands for gas, tire, and oil, right?
Say that again?
GTO stands for gas, tire, and oil, right?
That's not correct, is it? No, it's Grand Touring option, I guess? Is it a Grand Touring option?
The way it looks right now, with the sun hitting your GTO, is just spectacular. Little history on the GTO, if you didn't know. September of 63 is when they produced the first GTO. 64 and 65, it's an option on the Pontiac Le Mans. 1966, it becomes its own model. 1968 is the first year of Gen 2, and that's what we have right here. You have always wanted one of these. I know you've been looking for the right one. How did you get this one? Where did you find this one?
So I've been maintaining this car for the client for 16 years.
Okay.
And he's kind of been liquidating off his collection, and I've always loved the car. I had the black 69 RSSS that you remember.
It was one of our episodes, yeah.
So I sold that to a client. Once I took the money out of that, I put an offer in on this one. And we negotiated a little bit, and I ultimately purchased it.
So you felt confident buying it because you know the guy that's been working on it for the past 16 years.
Yeah, I know everything there is to know about the car. We've done a bunch of upgrades since I've bought it, and there's still more coming.
Let's look at the front end, because 68, there's a massive, massive change.
With the hideaway headlights.
The hideaway headlights too, and at 67, we still had the
stacked headlights.
The stacked headlights, and then we get the horizontal headlights, which is a huge change for the GTO.
The stacked headlights are very cool on the 67 and earlier. That was a great feature for that car. It's still desirable today, but the hideaway headlights people love also.
Yes, which was an option in 68 and 69, and I love it that you have them right here, plus the GTO and the grille. And then the bumper, it's the Enduro bumper. So this is a plastic bumper, correct? And then underneath it is steel underneath it.
Steel reinforced plastic, yeah, or plastic reinforced steel. No,
steel
reinforced plastic.
If you go on YouTube, don't do it now. Do it after the episode. I want you leaving my video right now. But there's a video of a commercial from back in 1968 where they have a 68 GTO and a guy walks up with this like steel pipe. And the selling point is this bumper, and he starts whacking on it, whacking on it.
I have not seen that as well.
To show that there's no damage done to it. So when you're done watching this episode, go back and find that commercial. You get the Ram Air, the dual Ram Air intake, which is different for 68, and then the classic. How cool is the tachometer on the hood? Does that work?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Everything functions on the car.
We did an episode with Jeff. You can go back and see it. He has a 1969 Pontiac GTO. He grew up, his brothers had the GTOs, and he said people would steal the tack on the hood.
Really?
You come out in the morning and someone had stolen the tack on the hood, which is just crazy to me.
If someone steals it, I have a spare, but...
That's nuts.
Yeah, this car, you know, keeping up with the times, we put a 390 posi rear into the thing, and it had the old 4-speed M22 4-speed.
Okay.
And I drove it to a car show on the freeway, and it was just tacking at it like 3,000 or 4,000 RPM, you know? So took it right back in the shop, and I put a Tremec TKO or TKX in it, 5-speed. So now it has a 5-speed transmission.
So explain, what does that do then? Why did you do that?
So it gives you more higher gears, so you're not tacking out. So at a cruising speed now, you're at 2,000 RPM instead of 3,000 or 4,000.
Okay.
When you're cruising at 3,000 or 4,000 RPM on an engine, you're going to blow it up.
All right.
You cannot cruise it at that high of an RPM. So keeps the RPM down when you're cruising at a higher speed, you know, freeway speed, 60, 70 plus.
Okay. Can we see inside it? That's what we didn't see last time we were here.
The interior is immaculate, you know, black on black. It's got the premium stainless steel trim.
The wood grain dash,
the wood grain dash,
yes. Yeah. Oh, how much of this interior is original? How much did you change out? Obviously, steering wheel you changed out.
Steering wheel is changed out. Everything else is ultimately stock, except for the gauge pods under the dash, which they're going to be going by soon.
Here?
Yeah. And then the vintage air right next to your right hand right there on the console.
Yeah.
That's an addition, which obviously in Vegas, that's going to stay.
Yeah, you want that. So you installed this? That's such a great look. I've never seen it installed here on the center console like that.
Yeah, no, it's an AC control panel. But coming down the road, we're going to do a Dakota Digital RTX instrumentation set, which they don't make for this car. You'll have to have them custom made. I think my cost on it is like $2,600 to have them custom made. But it gives it the stock appearance, but with all today's technology, their own proprietary sensors, it's just a very nice instrumentation replacement. Brilliant lighting, LED lighting, smooth sweep gauges, really nice piece.
But this clock, original clock,
Yep.
still working?
Still working.
Man. Okay, let's go now. Now let's see. Let's see under the hood. Oof.
So as you can see from the label on the side, it says it's a 6.6 liter. Which would be a 400 engine.
Okay.
Right?
And this is the original badge here on the side, right? Down here?
That is the original badge.
How
But-
amazing is this car?
What we have is a 455.
Okay.
That's worked. You know, it's got a nice camshaft in it, a little higher compression, makes a lot more horsepower. But you can't tell the difference visually. You'd have to look at stampings on the block to determine what engine it is. Because the 350, the 400, and the 455 are all the same platform, same block, just different bores and strokes.
All right.
So looking at it from the outside, you couldn't tell. But that's a 455 custom.
And then this is the Ram air induction
Yeah, that's
right
the
here.
Ram air.
So you see the two right
Goes
here?
right into the air filter here, so it rams air right in there.
Okay, right down in there. All right. Right, left.
Are they on?
Such a cool option. First time available in 1968. If you're back in 1968 and you're buying a Pontiac GTO, you're checking that box for the hidden headlights. Yeah, the beak too. Ah, so neat. Can we go for a ride?
Absolutely, man.
I want to pull out, trying to pull out the, oh yeah, here we go. 1.4 million views on this little Facebook post that we did on your GTO. Comments, wow, that's a real dream car. My God, what a machine. I just love that sound. So when I owned a 68 GTO in Burgundy, when it was brand new, love that car. Fastest car I've ever rode in. I don't believe you can get a 455 and a 68 from the factory.
I don't think you can.
Okay.
I think the highest that they came with was the 400.
All right. Yeah, this is, man.
And it rides beautifully.
It's a great ride.
You
It's a
feel the
comfortable
comfort?
ride.
Yeah.
The air is blowing so cold. You gotta have it here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, gotta have that, yeah.
And then the ignition on the dash,
Yeah.
which changes, I think.
No,
it's
no
60
tilt steering.
No tilt.
Nope.
I think 69 it comes off the dash.
Off the column.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or off the dash onto the column.
Or the
I see
steering
what-
column.
Yeah.
You said you want to remove these three. Why? Just
Yeah,
'cause
these are,
the
so someone
aesthetics
put
look?
these in because these gauges didn't function properly because they're just old technology. But it just, you know, it's dated, it's old school. We don't do that.
Okay.
It's just, you know, yeah, this distasteful for a stock interior. So like I said, the Dakota Digital, they make a direct drop-in that looks exactly like this stock, but it's got all today's features. Looks beautiful, brilliant lighting, smooth sweep gauges, just a great set. But they don't make a direct drop-in for this. You'd have to send these to Dakota and they'll build you a set custom.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. But Dakota Digital, what they're doing, and I've been a dealer for Dakota Digital for over 15 years now, and you know they're just a leader in instrumentation for cars like this, muscle cars, where you could do a custom set, you could do a retro stock look, you could do, and now they've just ventured into virtual gauges, like what's on the newest cars. So
you get what we're seeing now, kind of the iPad design, and put it in a 68 GTO if you wanted
we're
to?
doing a set in a 69 Camaro right
you
now.
really?
Yeah.
Love to see
So we
that,
haven't
man.
received it yet. It's actually going to show up, I think, Monday. But we're prepping the car. We're rewiring the whole car. We're putting a brand new Gen 5 vintage air system into the car. And we're doing the GRFX, which is a virtual dash. So there's really no physical gauges. It all works on like I want to say a TFT display or a virtual, it's actually it's not a TFT, it's like a TV screen almost of instrumentation, which is just cool as hell. So they're really just, you know, groundbreaking technology for classic cars and hot rods. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna order for this. Give it that stock look, doesn't, you know, tamper with the aesthetics of
it'll
the
still
stock
have the
look.
aesthetics of the...
Yeah, but brilliant functionality because...
I just want to, don't interrupt, I want to point out to our left, people, you know, again, we're shooting in Las Vegas. To our left is Allegiant Stadium where the Raiders play. The Strip is to the left. Your shop is at a really cool location.
Yeah.
You're so close to all the action. When you change this out, look, I mean, this is the Ford Ranger.
Yeah.
Does he really want to challenge us?
The Ford Ranger.
I mean, I think he was just racing by to get a good look at the GTO because he doesn't want to challenge us.
No.
When you change this out, will you keep the original cluster?
I'll probably hold on to it, you know, and get it back from Dakota, and keep it with the car.
Yeah.
Just, you know, when you get a car like this, to me, you know, it's a really tough decision to upgrade things and tamper with the originality of it. So whenever I do things like that, I try and retain all the old parts and keep them with the car in case down the road, 10, 20 years, someone wants to put it back to bone stock original.
They're not making them anymore.
Exactly. So, so yeah, I always like to save all that stuff and keep it with the car. Certain parts, you know.
I know your clientele list is long. You have celebrity clients, athletes,
Doctors.
you have everyone.
Lawyers.
Do you ever anyone ever come in and ask you to do something and you're like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Absolutely.
Oh, you do?
Absolutely. And here's the thing about that, which blows my mind. You know, there's a lot of unscrupulous shops in town that just want to take people's money, and it doesn't faze them, you know, to tear apart an all-original perfect car. Half of the shops in town are just hacks. There's so much bad in this town. It's really difficult to find talent. But yeah, they'll just tear apart a perfect car. But to me, I'm an advocate for my clients. I'm going to direct them in what the proper thing to do is. Listen, if you have an all-original car like this, don't tear it apart.
Yeah,
it's not the right thing. Just, you know, resto mods are really cool, but if you're going to diminish the value of a car, I try and guide my clients, you know, to do the right thing. You know, if they're going to do something that's going to diminish the value of a car, I'm going to advise against it.
Yeah.
And if they still want to do it after that, you know, it's their money, it's their car. I can't force them, but I'm at least going to try.
Well, that's why you have such a great name in town, great name in the country.
Yeah, and other people, like I said, other shops, they're just going to rob you. They're just going to take your money and destroy your car.
Yeah, something that I really like about the dash, the turn signals.
Yep.
You got those, yeah.
Oh, look at that, yeah.
Separate turn signals, which I'm assuming that when I have the Dakota Digital rework this dash in an RTX, they're going to keep that original location.
That is really cool. It's a good eye, Gene.
Yeah, so with Dakota Digital, that's what's cool about them. They have the provision for turn signals inside the cluster, but they also have the option to reutilize the original locations, and they do that on the Chevelle, the Camaros, same thing. So they give you options to do it.
Gauge on the left is wipers? Lights.
This is lights, wipers. Is that wipers? Yeah, wipers.
And then, light turn. And then lighter.
Lighter. Yep. Cigarette lighter. Your stereo knobs. Glove box. Ashtray.
Vents down here?
Yep. Fresh air vents.
Fresh
still
air
work.
vents. Oh, they still work?
Yeah.
And then you have the vent here, the window
wing
here.
windows, yeah.
The wing windows, which is gone in 1969. But it is neat to see the two handheld hand cranks here on the door.
Yeah, I gotta fix this when it's off the track a little bit.
Keith, that was awesome. We still have a 1960 custom C1 Corvette that's going to be the talk of Mecum Auctions when it hits the auction block here in a couple weeks.
Hopefully.
Here's what we're going to do. We've got a part 2 of Car Shops and Collections. So that episode will be coming out next. So we're going to take a little pause here. But here's the thing though, if you're watching this on YouTube after the fact, you can probably find the episode somewhere below. It's probably already out there. But if you're watching this in real time, part 2 of Car Shops and Collections with Keith's custom C1 Corvette is coming out next. Thanks, brother.
Hey, thank you, sir.
Appreciate it, man.
All right.
If you want your car, shop, or collection featured on the show, then shoot us an email at carshopsandcollections@gmail.com. That's carshopsandcollections@gmail.com. And thanks for watching, and be sure and subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes of Cars, Shops, and Collections.
be shooting on a nice fall day in Las Vegas, but the temperatures haven't fallen at all. 100 degrees.